details in our traffic report in just seconds.
Provincial health officials warn despite effective stay-at-home orders, Ontario isn't out of the woods just yet, as new variants threaten to become the dominant strain of the reopening plan.
I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it. I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it.
This year,
Within seconds. Look at you. The 23, do it now. Within a second of connecting to this server, we're knocked off our own Wi-Fi. Within seconds. Hey, YouTube, are you upset that we're pointing out all the companies and not just yours? You want that free advertising, don't you?
Celtics involved in a few minutes at TD Garden in Boston. 2 NHL games on the go. Sports.
This one here. These white girls all think special. You know, racism. We're allowed to be racist. You know that, dumb nigger. Nope, I didn't know that. It's not racism if a white person does it. Hey, you know that term golem? We can flip that around.
I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it. I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it. I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it.
Don't have to do nothing.
I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it.
Niggas they coming to the hip hop store, coming to cotton the groceries from we. Cash rules everything around everybody. Who the fuck you turn that kid, buddy?
I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it. I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it. I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it. I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it.
Remember, not 5 days ago, we must do everything in our power to make sure black people get over vaccine hesitancy. While we're being told from around the world the vaccines won't work and they will kill off old people, did they reverse what they said? No. They told themselves we're a bunch of dumb niggers, so we're supposed to just do it and live that lifestyle because they say so. We're so stupid, we'll just listen to what they tell us.
I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it. I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it. I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it. I'm just dealing with my poison. I get it.
So silent, get close, we ride. So silent.
We get close when we riding. Don't get close, we get close when we riding. If I ain't in the hood, then I'm OT grinding. I'm a run at the spot where the cops can't find them.
That's why you can't see him against my black
Where the
jacket.
cops can't find them on the run at the spot where the cops can't find them. If I ain't in the hood, then I'm OT grinding on the run at the spot where the cops can't find them.
And the reason I stuck him in the fridge, it was minus some horrible outside when I picked him up.
Really wants to hurt me. Enough people follow me, my own fam dissing me. Love is like mystery. I ain't got shit to see. I'm on my own, these think they care if I fucking breathe. God bless me, and I ain't even in the mood to sneeze. Mood to squeeze, shit that credit off. Shit we ease. Used to rob for the peace. First one to duck, low shoot. When it's time to squeeze, first one to go OT for the longest. Get school facing over 20 years. Then the drop is there. Looking at the life and still that's my niggas in that whole bitch is really DDS. You get close in the brains to the front page of back. She's my wife, people focus and have me switched up all in 1 second. Focus and have me switched up all in 1 second. Don't get close, we get close and we riding. Get close, we get close and we riding. Don't get close, we get close and we riding. If I ain't in the hood, then I'm OT grinding on the run at the spot where the cops can't find them. Where the cops can't find them on the run at the spot where the cops can't find them. If I ain't in the hood, then I'm OT grinding on the run.
Everybody's doing the bare minimum, and this is why I'm not going off on this or that. What's the point? Half the cigarettes missing, because why? Because the white boys make them that way. You're fucking stupid. You're not selling to white boys, and I can't sell it to white boys when this shit happens. What white boys do? They play hot potato. Whoever gets stuff in the bag. You're so stupid you didn't know that. You're trying to pass the bag they gave you to me. I'm giving it back.
Get close to me, ride it. My nigga fuck my accent. She gave me dome after she did, so I dashed her. I had a pastor, didn't even cuss one word when I slapped her.
I already rolled cigarette here matches. I still am missing half the cigarette and half the joint.
Left coast master, found a sick chick, her mom knows I'm a blaster, she hotels. And I got some girls in the hotel. And I got some girls in the hotel. Don't get close, we get close and we riding. We get close and we riding. Don't get close, we get close and we riding. If I ain't in the hood, then I'm OT grinding on the spot where the cops. Double up.
No, I ain't joking. Where's the other? Where's the? You can see it quite clearly. It crumbles and falls out because you puffed it out with carbon dioxide. Like if you stole you found it using your iPhone. You think we don't already know, stupid?
Get close, we get close when we ride it. If I ain't in the hood, then I'm OT grinding on the run at the spot where the cops can't find nobody knows.
If you want, we can go back 400 years, make back a mohawk all you want. But you pussies will stay on the res, and I won't. You like money? You like money? I know it's only good to stand off white people. The question was, do you need money?
If you really wants to hurt me, enough people follow me, my own fam dissing me. Love is like mystery. I ain't got shit to see. I'm on my own, these think they care if I fucking breathe. God bless me, and I ain't even in the mood to sneeze.
That's why I put the back in anyway. I can just throw the road through.
First one to duck, blow and shoot. When it's time to squeeze,
you're gonna say, must be upside down. No. All that shit just falls, crumbles, and blows away.
And the life and still gripping. God bless my niggas in that cold fridge. It's really DDS. Don't get close to them brains to the front page or back. She's my wife. These will go get focus and have me switched up all in 1 second. Focus and have me switched up all in 1 second. Don't get close. We get close. We get close. We riding. Don't get close. We get close. We riding.
Could be a gram of tobacco, 0.15 for the filter. What I'm getting is 0.7 of tobacco, 0.3 for the filter.
Where the cops can't find them on the run at the spot where the cops can't find them. If I ain't in the hood, then I'm OT grinding on the run.
We told you what we were gonna do. You didn't like it.
Where the cops can't find them on the run at the spot where the cops can't find them. Is your niggas really riding? Is your girl really riding? I don't know, but I'm strapped. If he comes, I provide him dump low, shoe straight, make sure that you lining it. Last when I see that pussy nigga start crying, I have boss in the jungle. Something like the line.
You're going to walk right into my space. I ain't
trying to butt him up for time.
You want to see somebody have a conundrum in their head? They decided I'm white, and I'm scared of that. Because I'm a lower white person and I'm going to think they have to call the cops and that. But none of it's true. You want to see a conundrum quick?
mom knows I'm a black, so she won't sell.
Oh, he
And I got
doesn't
some
move out
girls in
this.
the hotel.
I guess I'll move out.
Don't get close, we get close and we ride
Look
it.
at dogs in the eye, they
We
move,
get
don't
close
they?
and we ride it. Don't get close, we get close and we ride it. If I ain't in the hood, then I'm OT grinding on the run. At a spot where the cops can't find nobody knows. Where the cops can't find them on the run. At a spot where the cops can't find them. If I ain't in the hood, then I'm OT grinding on the run.
I bounced it off my
Where the
leg.
cops can't find them, nobody knows. Where the cops can't find them on the run. At a spot where the cops can't find them. Don't get close, CBS. You already know what type of day it is. Power media only getting.
No, this is the third, fourth time I've gone down in a row.
Southside, get close, we get close and we ride it. Southside, we get close and we ride it. Don't get close, we get close and we ride it. If I ain't in the hood, then I'm OT grinding on the run. At a spot where the cops can't find nobody knows. Where the cops can't find them on the run. At a spot where the cops can't find them. If I ain't in the hood, then I'm OT grinding on the run. At a spot where the cops can't find
Turns
them.
up like the oil light
Where
on.
the cops can't find them on the run. At a spot where the cops can't find them. Living life as a fugitive who really wants to hurt me. Enough people follow me, my whole family. Listen.
I know somebody got shot in a parking garage. Two guys got killed on the weekend. And they're not talking about that. I know. What am I supposed to do? It looks like a snail.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. It's your homie AP about paper,
Oh, yeah.
D-Block, BDS, Cinco. You already know what it is. Right now, I'm rocking out with my nigga M1, a.k.a. Moolah, man. Boy got bars, man. Young nigga, too, man. 17 years old. Getting it in, getting it real. He got bars, man. That's all I'm going to say, man. You already know, man. If I co-sign this shit, I co-sign his bars, you know what I'm saying? So I can tell y'all, man, my nigga got bars, man. If you want to see if he a real nigga or not, man, run up on him, man. He'll let you know you're YOT dot, man. That's how we getting it down, man. Shout out to my nigga DJ Diggs, my nigga DJ Opie, man. Let's get him.
DJ Opie.
I ain't lying, throat infection, bronchitis. I'm sick, I need medicine. Veteran, I'm too skilled for Benylin. Better than any Canadian citizen. M1, my description on. Yellow V-neck to religion. It's a decision on 45 blue steel in the condition on. Bigger guns to hit and run. This is fun. I'm on my G-tip, that's why I see.
Okay, can't see them for shit because of black. There we go.
Fix them up all the time, hate when they try to lose, bro.
You hear them boys found paper back on this shit again. 5'5", nigga, threat to any citizen.
I found another tomato plant. Apparently I'm responsible. Oh, I can tell them apart. These light colored ones. They're separate these somehow.
From Doomstown to D-Block, from 5'5", all the way to the CY. We hold it down. Are we strapped up? Yes. See no fetch, just the 40 calorie in effect.
A couple 9-10s, side on, trade pound, lay down. A block full of niggas all face down. And watch them break down. Everybody crying on the news and say it wasn't safe. Everybody lying.
Then I'm firing. Till I hear a siren. Shoot at anybody dialing. That ain't good. Press, then I gotta pull. But that's how it goes. From hood to hood. From Doomstown to D-Block. From YO to T-Block. From 5'5", all the way to the CY. We
0.12 kilometers.
14,891.
37 calories burned.
I didn't walk, but did I walk 14 kilometers today? I might have. I don't think so. I would have put it at 10 to 12. 12. 14. Oh, I go up and downstairs too, I forget. Adidas. I can't handle that.
The demon is a liar. The night
It's
took
0045.
He will also
What's
mix
the implication of
lies
that?
with the truth to attack us. The attack is psychological, powerful.
Everybody wants to do the minimum and then a little bit less. Not everybody, but you might as well assume everybody.
This is real life shit.
Anybody doing a little bit extra at all?
Blood, sweat, and tears. Now everyone's against it, trying to step in our way, man. You ass will get popped. Got homies on every corner, none afraid to get shot. You hear it drop. Here comes the end of your life. Hollow points cutting through you like the edge of a knife. It's getting harder to see. Step away from the light, cause I'm the devil in disguise. I stole your soul tonight. What? I stole your soul tonight. I'm the devil in disguise. I stole your soul tonight. I stole your soul tonight. I'm the devil in disguise. I stole your soul tonight. I stole your soul tonight. I'm the devil in disguise. I stole your soul tonight. What? Yeah, I stole your soul tonight. Devil in disguise. Stole your soul tonight. As you wake up in the dark and not realizing I'm there, go ahead and reach for the light. You won't find one there. This is the darkness inside, mixed with the pain that you feel. Hear the voices calling out another soul to conceal. You see the tears in the eyes, that's what's causing the pain. Staring at yourself blindly, can't remember the name. Call me whatever you like, but let it be told, I'm the devil in disguise and the possessor of souls.
Some people are trying to fight to get all the land or whatever the resource may be. They're not thinking of how to get the highest use out of the land.
I'll be the devil in disguise, the possessor of souls. The possessor of souls, I'll be the devil in disguise, the possessor of souls. The possessor of souls, devil in disguise, the possessor of souls. Feel the pain in your chest, yeah, that's me coming back, being possessed by the devil is the life that I have. A possessor of souls, another light in the dark. Hear the footsteps in the night, now your ass is in shock. Go ahead and hide, try to make no sound. I know your every thought and action, so you're bound to be found. I'm getting closer, can you feel my presence here? Cause I'm the devil in disguise, the only person you fear. The only person you fear, I be the devil in disguise, the only person you fear. The only person you fear, I be the devil in disguise, the only person you fear. The only person you fear, I be the devil in disguise, the only person you fear. What? Yeah, the only person you fear, devil in disguise, the only person you fear. I'm in control of your life, I'm the voice in your pain, I'm the hate in your heart, and the sin in your brain. I'm the death of your dreams, and the loss of your life. I'm the 10th thought, slicing your wrist with a knife. There's no escaping the voice, no turning the time. Your soul is already lost, and I'm making it mine. I'm the devil in disguise, I can take a big fall. I'm the feeling of fear when you're feeling alone.
Safe, non-contact delivery.
For Valentine's Day, every day you want to every day we go after that.
In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, Father, it is He who commands you. He who bless you, and from heaven, the kingdom of heaven, against God, against God, from the streets of God. Father, the best
That's no wallet. We rubber banded. You can't stand it.
Presentation by prosecutors at Trump's impeachment trial offensive. David Schoen says Democrats have yet to build their case that Trump was responsible for last month's attack on the U.S. Capitol. He said the Democrats' repeated use of video of the riot during their arguments is hurting national unity.
I think they're making a movie, you know. They haven't in any way tied it to Donald Trump. And I think it's offensive, quite frankly, and it's the healing process. It continues to show the tragedy that happened here. Donald Trump is condemned, and it, I think, scares the American people.
Trump's legal team is expected to present opening arguments tomorrow. A premature proclamation by the Ford government today. It said that every long-term care resident who wanted to be vaccinated had now received at least the first dose. But Health Minister Christine Elliott now says there was a miscommunication internally, that there are still a few LTC homes that have not completed the first round.
There are over 34,000 residents of long-term care homes now that have received not just the first dose, but the second dose as well. And we are working to make sure that every single long-term care resident and high-risk retirement home resident receives their doses in the earliest possible time.
And Elliott says to some extent it will be dependent on the vaccine supply. NDP leader Andrew Horvath says Ontario is lagging behind several jurisdictions across the country when it comes to protecting the most vulnerable members of the population. Coming up, traffic and weather together on the ones, and Mississauga's former mayor shares her frustrations with the vaccine rollout.
680 News Time, 7:50.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to Monica Starks, who needed to hire for a pivotal role at her company, GS Group.
As the owner of a construction company, finding the right people is a very difficult task. So I use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology identifies the right people for your job and actively invites them to apply, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.ca/Canada. Monica did, and that's how she found Lamont, her new project superintendent.
The job is so perfect.
I don't know how hard it is to rinse this out. No, you get the water in there and it just falls out. You can't rinse the sides.
The project managers to field scientists. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to
want to hire the people playing your music
ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.ca/Canada.
There's a union rule. We have to hire a live performance percussion instrument players association. You know, percussion cats. You don't want to fuck with these guys.
And it's time to head over to the traffic center now.
Magazines,
This report brought to you by the 407 ETR. We have this issue, of course, northbound 427. A fatal collision took place around 5 p.m., so it's almost been 3 hours with this crash on the roads. Crews investigating right now. It's northbound 427 north of Rathburn in the transfer from Express.
I tell you it's a fatal collision, so you won't flip out when you find out it's been 3 hours.
It was a fatal collision, so they closed the
it's a fatal one, 3 hours. Of course it's 3 hours.
All collector lanes at Rathburn.
Bob died today in a car crash, and we're all sad to hear about that. No. Can I drive past there at 120 kilometers an hour, or am I going to have to slow down to like 110?
This isn't a route you want to be stuck on right now. Yeah, the delays. I mean, they're getting better.
680. Anytime you make 680 news,
you just want to avoid this. You can take.
You won't hear it.
You can get off at Rathburn, take Martin Grove. That's moving well. That'll get you back up to the 401. You can get off at Rathburn and take Renforth. All your alternates are moving fine. That's actually the only spot we have delays in the GTA right now. But thank you to the traffic spotters who phoned in. An issue on the southbound 400 ramp to the east 401. Bumper debris found in the left lane, so be very careful navigating yourself through that ramp. Also on the westbound 401 approaching the 400 in the express, a tractor trailer is on the left lane, and that is due to a collision. No delay through that stretch. 407 ETR would like to thank everyone who continues to help fight COVID-19. Visit 407ETR.com/road-to-recovery to see how they're doing their part. With a look at the forecast, Natasha Ramsey High. Temperatures tonight down to -15, wind chill -24, so we're digging deeper into the cold. Tomorrow's high just -8. It'll be mainly cloudy, and it's really the west end we're watching for trace amounts of flurry action, but up to 5 centimeters for Hamilton and Stony Creek. That blowing snow, though, could impact travel on the QEW. East end should stay dry, but on Saturday, everyone's going to be into some snow and blowing snow, with the heaviest being on Saturday night, the high -9. Sunday morning, you will be shoveling about 4 to 6 centimeters in Toronto. Less snow to the north and east, but higher amounts as you move west. Valentine's Day afternoon should be sunny with a high of -4 degrees. Overnight tonight, we're down to -15, wind chill -24 by morning.
No, you used to big white plastic when it pushed it.
Feeling like -13, and it appears to -9. The wind chill sitting at -16.
This extended forecast is brought to you by SMEG.
I can't afford to waste the calories.
When you purchase a 3-piece SMEG major appliance package, including a Portofino range, hood, and dishwasher.
Per minute, 14.9 kilometers, 0.06 kilometers per hour, 739 calories burned.
Northbound 427 collector lanes at Rathburn are closed for the investigations. Expect heavy delays in the area. And a warning from Ontario public health officials: if we continue to loosen pandemic restrictions, we could be setting ourselves up for a disaster, as 3 highly contagious and deadlier variants are moving through the province. 7:55. You understand your
tried to run under the shelves and bounced off 2 coffee cups you didn't know were there.
Challenges and opportunities you face, you always find a way to keep moving forward.
The BDC understands your reality.
You know what's here, buddy? No, I'm gonna sort of trick them. On a Mother Nature tip, it's tricking them. I'm not saying he's stupid. All these cups and things and the muffin wrappers and the way I leave things, I don't. If I was to go every time I saw them, try to scare them out of here, they wouldn't come look at me in the face. He comes up on the shelves and shit, looks right at me when I talk to him and comes closer. And then they fuck around. They run across the stuff here, jump under me, and then run under the shelves here. Like they're toying with me. They're seeing how close they can get and run away again. Like one of them 200-pound dogs, or 200, whatever. Like a 2-pound toy dog or a kitten or something. The gorilla with the kitten.
3 steps per minute.
The entire chat between the longtime friends at 680news.com. Share more with family with CIBC Global Money Transfer. We know achieving your goals in Canada happens.
No, they don't usually do that. They did a story, a commercial, a story, a commercial, then the business. They don't usually do that. They threw me off. That's what I'm listening to. Oh, at the top of the hour, all your top stories. No, the first 60 seconds is going to be bullshit. Your headlines. Then the next 2 or 3 minutes is going to be the same thing you run every 10 minutes. At the top of the hour, it's like 4 minutes in. No, we got it all clocked. You clock us, we clock you too.
Stream or tune in at 6 a.m. for updates on the latest from your region.
These assholes set the clocks.
And local officials. Our Meet the Mayor series continues. Weather and traffic for those heading out the door.
Here's the radar we're looking at. Non-essential traffic. Just stay home.
Plus, freshly squeezed fun to kickstart your
tomato
day.
plant I wasn't aware of before. I gotta find a name for this.
Inspiration for 20 years. Weekdays at 6 a.m. on CHCH.
I had it in my head too.
Time 7:56.
Now the 680 News Business Report. Here is Richard Southern.
Disney reports strong earnings. Boy, the mouse bill just keeps getting it done.
Hear that? That's for you.
For the entertainment
That's for you
conglomerate
guys.
of $16.25 billion for its first quarter. And again, it's really on the back of Disney Plus. It now has 146 million subscribers.
I know cats are liars because I got a
Disney
video.
stock higher in the after-hours trade. Well, disappointing earnings from some legendary Canadian names today, including Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons' parent company, Restaurant Brands International, which also runs Burger King and Popeyes, reported results today in profit down 45% year-on-year in the latest quarter. Same-store sales at Tim Hortons down 11% year-on-year. Of course, we're not going out for coffee in the morning like we used to because many of us aren't going out to work. You know, we're not going to get a coffee before hockey practice because it's not happening. Tim Hortons really feeling the result of that. Shares in Restaurant Brands International were down $1.20 at $75.10. Canada's largest theater chain, posting a loss of $230 million for its fourth quarter. Revenue down 88%. Ellis Jacob is the CEO of Cineplex. Mr. Jacob, are you going to have to close some Cineplex theaters here?
No, we continue to evaluate our situations, and if we have 2 theaters that are very close by, and one is mediocre, and the lease is coming up, we will relook at those situations. But we've been entertaining Canadians for 100 years, so I'm sure we will get through this, and we will be stronger.
No, it fits in between 2 other words. I think it's legit because it's the 3rd time this week from a different source. I've heard the music.
As Canada stocks cratered, they
all look at it again.
Was down 22%. The Dow down 7 points. The Nasdaq was up 53. The Canadian dollar at 78.68 cents US. At the Business Center, I'm Richard Southern.
I'm so over this. I don't even know anyone who's had COVID-19, and it's not like I'm at risk. We don't see many people, just a few neighbors and close friends. It's fine. We wear a mask and everything. We're really careful.
Excuses won't stop the spread of the deadly COVID-19 virus. Until we all get the vaccine, stay home as much as possible. Visit ontario.ca/COVID-19 for more information.
The paper to make the label. I'm gonna cut the label off and stick it up on the wall somewhere.
To thank you for hauling so much that they made an event just for you. Haul those deals. Earn those points.
You don't understand.
Stretch those
That's an
dollars like a
apple.
hauler card.
No, look, that's a maple leaf. The top part of the apple's a maple leaf sprout out of apples in this country.
Regional weather conditions for capital.
Oh, it's not enough to have a picture of an actual apple and a cut open apple so you know for sure what it is. And different shades of red and green. You have to draw you a cartoon of an apple with a maple leaf growing out of it.
To see what's available for you.
There's another maple leaf
In
right here.
Oshawa this hour, -9 with a clear sky. In Oakville, -8 there with a few clouds. Richmond Hill, -6 and partly cloudy. Hamilton, -7 with a few clouds. And in Newmarket this hour, -14
that is
with
a
a few
tree.
clouds. 6:80
It's an
noon
apple
time,
tree.
8 o'clock.
Sort of. No, there's another 2 maple leaves on here. I just don't know where they are.
This is 680 News.
To the French side, dumbass. Yeah, no, that's not what I meant.
This is Thursday, February 11th. Good evening. I'm Scott Burnett.
And I'm Christine Ritchie. Here's what's making
I'm
news
Richie,
this
Christine.
hour.
A fatal collision on the northbound
Hey,
427.
can you ask Jill where Tim is?
Shut down at Radford. Your traffic report in
No, I'm
seconds.
supposed to be mad.
March break in Ontario is postponed this year.
Until the week of April 12th.
The Minister of Education
say
says the
something
decision was
damn
made on the advice of public health officials.
Fresh COVID-19 modeling data suggests while the provincial stay-at-home order is working, the spread of new variants could erase our progress.
The SIU now says the 1-year-old boy killed in a police shootout just outside Lindsay died by police gunfire. This after new reports came in on the examination of the evidence.
The Raptors and some head-to-head on Sportsnet right now. The first quarter winding down. And Habs Oilers
think
goes
before you
ahead as
judge
planned
anything
for
me
8
and my
p.m.
friends do.
Sports at 15.
TSX falls from a record as Canada stocks come back down to earth. Traders hitting the sell button on hot stocks today. Business at 26.
680 News Time 8:01.
Traffic and weather together on the ones with a check finger driving the latest on the 427. It's Carmen Donahue.
This report's brought to you by OntarioTravelClinics.com. So yeah, Scott, we are still dealing with this issue on the northbound 427. Essentially what happened, a truck, the driver ended up trying to transfer out of the collectors into the express, hit the median, and unfortunately it became a fatal collision. So crews have had to shut down all of the collector lanes at Rathburn, which is causing a really heavy delay from Burnham Thorpe in the collectors and Bloor Express up to Rathburn. And north of Rathburn, they shut down that transfer into the express as that's where the crash happened. And then approaching Rathburn, they shut down the transfer to collectors just to try and minimize the amount of volume that would have to exit the highway. So it's been a really rough afternoon, evening on this street. I'm also looking at the camera now. Looks like on the North 427 in the express, there is a vehicle pulled over to the right shoulder. Not sure why, but it's right at the collision spot. So I'll keep you updated on that. But in the meantime, it's a really slow going drive. Martin Grove is a great alternate, and so is on the other major routes throughout the GTA. We just have a traffic spotters reporting that southbound on the 400, the ramp to the eastbound 401 has a left lane covered with bumper debris. So crews will be on scene to pick that up soon. But in the meantime, just be careful navigating that ramp. For quick private PCR COVID-19 testing in the GTA, call the Ontario Travel and Immunization Clinics at 905-828-6000. That's 905-828-6000. With a look at your forecast, Natasha Ramza. Hi.
It is going to be colder here over the next couple of days. We're waking up to wind chills of -24. We're going to increase the cloud while we sleep as well. So it could be a little bit slick out through the west end. We'll have a light dusting of flurries expected. The east end should stay dry. We have a high of -8. But watch if you're traveling along the QEW, especially between Hamilton and St. Catharines for snow and blowing snow. Overnight tonight down to low -15 degrees.
And right now, -7, feeling like a -13 with that wind and maybe a few clouds. 680 News
It's a different color because I found a different set of plants. And the berries are very
The
similar.
northbound collector lanes of the 427 still closed at Rathburn for a fatal single vehicle crash in the city's west end. OPP saying a truck rolled over and slammed into a concrete median just north of Rathburn. Around 5 o'clock, the driver died at the scene.
We now go to the 680 Traffic Center with Carly Donahue for the latest. Carly. Yeah, Christine, it's now been 3 hours with this collision on the major routes, and it has really affected everyone's drive who needed to take the 427 north today. So basically what happened, it looked like a truck driver was trying to navigate through the transfer into the express from collectors just north of Rathburn, ended up hitting the median that divides the collectors and the transfer. The vehicle rolled over, and that driver lost their life. So it has been a pretty deep investigation investigation on the highways here. They've caused a lot of closures. Right now we have north of Rathburn, that transfer to the express closed. At Rathburn, all collector lanes are shut down, and then approaching Rathburn, we have the transfer into the collector shut down. Now this is all just trying to minimize the amount of volume that will have to exit the highway at Rathburn, because there was a really big jam up earlier. So delays are pretty heavy still. If you are coming up in the collectors, exit the highway at Burnhamthorpe or Rathburn, and then you can take Martin Grove up to the 401 as an alternate. If you were planning on going north, just continue on Renforth is a good option, and then you can just hop onto side streets and find your way back onto the northbound 427. But in the meantime, if you are in the collectors, get into the express, and if you're in the express, stay there. From the 680 Traffic Center, I'm Carolyn Donahue.
680 News Time 805. Ontario's Education Minister says March break will not be cancelled, but postponed. It's in an attempt to prevent further spread of COVID-19. In a moment, we'll get details of the province's latest modeling, which suggests that variants are expected to drive up cases at the end of the month. First, we begin our coverage with 680's Phil Martino and the latest on when teachers, students, and parents can expect a spring break. Phil.
Scott, this year March break has been postponed until the week of April the 12th. Minister of Education Steve Valente says the decision was made on the advice of public health officials, including the province's chief medical officer of health.
The decision is all more important as we move to protect our communities from the emerging variants of this disease. I recognize that this is one more change in a year that has been challenging for so many students and our education staff who continue to work so hard. It is one made on the best advice of public health officials to keep them safe and to keep our schools open in this province.
But Sam Hammond, president of the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario, disagrees. He says March break should not have been postponed.
If the government is concerned, there's a real concern here, is the variant and people traveling, then put the restrictions in place to ensure that that wouldn't happen, as opposed to what they've done, loosening the restrictions in this province, opening ski hills, and at the same time saying they're concerned about the spread of a new variant.
According to the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario, the government's decision to postpone March break does not take into account consideration of the mental health and well-being of those involved. Phil Martino, Ontario's COVID-19 Science Advisory Table is warning that there could be a third wave in Ontario if the spread of new variants are not brought under control. 680's Madison Fitzpatrick joins us live with the latest projections from the province. Madison.
Like we have license plates.
Yeah, Christine, well, new provincial modeling shows the variant first discovered in the UK represents 5 to 10% of all current cases in Ontario. And Toronto Public Health recently confirmed the first case of the variant previously discovered in Brazil and South Africa. Dr. Steiny Brown says these new variants threaten to undo all the progress made to this point.
If the B117 variant behaves as it did in the United Kingdom, cases will start to grow here again in late February or early March. That is, unless we can limit the spread through public health measures. The UK example is important. In a matter of months, the B117 variant went from detection to the dominant strain. And as it became the dominant strain, cases more than tripled in a month.
He says aggressive vaccinations and the continuation of the stay-at-home orders are needed to avoid a third wave and another lockdown. Today, the province is reporting less than 1,000 cases of COVID-19, but officials say it's underreporting due to ongoing issues as Toronto migrates its case counts to the provincial database. Reporting live, I'm Madison Fitzpatrick.
You're with All News Radio 680 News at 8:08. The province's police watchdog says it has now determined how a 1-year-old boy died during a police-involved shooting in Kawartha Lakes. The boy's 33-year-old father was also killed. 680's Mark Douglas reports.
The biggest question still to be answered 77 days after an OPP shootout near Lindsay was whether or not a 1-year-old boy was killed by his father's gun or by an OPP gun. From the Special Investigations Unit, Monica Udon can now deliver the grim answer.
The SIU can today confirm that the death of a 1-year-old boy on November 26th in the city of Kawartha Lakes was the result of the child being shot by police.
She says that's based on the post-mortem results of the boy, along with new forensic analyses of the bloodstains in the father's pickup truck and of all the weapons and ammunition and projectiles recovered at the scene.
From the OPP Association, spokesperson Scott Mills.
We're all saddened by the death of a child, regardless of any circumstances. We want to offer our condolences to the mother and family.
I'm Mark Douglas.
Gas prices are next.
680 News Time, 8:09.
Listen 3, 4, 5 times a day on your radio, on our mobile app, and on your smart speaker.
Play 680 News. The signs were all there, but you chose to ignore them. Clean me, wash me, I'm filthy, or even just a frowny face on your windshield, telling you it's time for a car wash. Luckily, Shell is here to take care of sparkling clean washes and getting you more. When Air Miles collectors fuel up at Shell and purchase an ultimate car wash, they can save 5 cents per liter on their next visit to Shell. Shell, taking care of that clean car feeling. Learn more at shell.ca/taking care. Terms and conditions apply.
They have two.
Now the 680 News gas price update and processed price of gas will go down a cent with $1.16.9 on the most GTA station.
680 News Time, 8:10. Better sleep starts with the right routine and right support. And with Casper's amazing sleep products, it's never been easier to reset your rest. Because now their winter sale is here, and you can save up to 15% on supremely comfortable mattresses and super soft sheets to make your year. Only Casper mattresses are made with up to 86 supportive gel pods to align your spine and eliminate aches and pains. Shop the winter sale today and enjoy up to 15% off your bedroom essentials. Casper, the official sleep partner of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Exclusions may apply. See casper.ca/promo for details and end date.
The 2021 Signature Gala of Black History Month will be virtual this year. Join us online for the Black Diamond Ball fundraiser on Saturday, February 27th at 7 p.m. or watch it on City TV, Sunday, February 28th at 5 p.m. Support of Safe Space 365 and OPAD Youth Black Youth Design Initiatives. It will be a night of glamour, star-studded performances, and empowerment. Complimentary tickets at blackdiamondaudio.com, supported by Rogers Communications Inc., presented by Art Experiential Projects.
680 News Time, 8:11.
Traffic and weather together on the one. Just Carolyn Donahue.
This report's brought to you by Mercedes-Benz Durham. We have the northbound 427 closure, so a fatal collision closing all collector lanes at Rockford. And then north of Rockford, the transfer into the express is shut down. Also approaching Rockford, the transfer into the collectors is closed. So really slow going on this highway right now because of these closures. It's jammed up from Burnham Thorpe collectors and Bloor Express up to Rockford.
Look at that, it's DNA
alternate, you can take Martin Grove up to the 401. That's moving just fine. So your alternate routes in that area actually are moving a lot better than the highway itself. Southbound on the 400. Traffic spotters reporting that the ramp to the eastbound 401 has bumper debris in the left-hand lane, so crews will be on scene shortly to pick that up. And then I'm just getting a word of a closure. It's not really in our area, but considering we only have these 2 incidents to talk about right now, I'll mention it. The 401 eastbound is closed completely between Colburn and Brighton due to a collision. So you're going to be forced to get off the highway at Colburn, and then you can get back on at County Road 40. So just a heads up for that. We can see really heavy delays building through that stretch. The Mercedes-Benz Durham winter event, financed from 0% and get cash credits up to $7,500 on select remaining 2020s, plus savings on demos at mercedes-benzDurham.com. With the forecast, Natasha Ramsahai. Minus 15 degrees overnight tonight with increasing clouds. So that sun that we had today, that's not happening tomorrow. We'll also get a couple of flurries in Toronto. Drier as you move east, maybe a dusting up to a centimeter as you move through the west end. Hamilton to St. Catharines, watch for snow and blowing snow, reducing visibility. Minus 8 is the high. And then Saturday, a snowy day. It starts in the west end in the morning, starts through Toronto eastward late in the afternoon, and it's going to get heavier with blowing snow on Saturday night. A high of minus 9 during the day. By the time you wake up Sunday morning, it's about 4 to 6 centimeters for Toronto with higher amounts to the west. Overnight tonight down to low minus 15 degrees. And we are still sitting at minus 7, feeling like minus 13 with a few clouds. 680 News Time, 8:13.
Country music star Morgan Wallen is asking fans not to downplay the racist language she was caught saying on camera. I let so many people down.
Morgan Wallen saying words matter after a video of him
Who
using
the
the
fuck
N-word
is
blew
this
up his
fucking
career last week.
redneck?
In a video posted on social media, he apologized and said he's met with several black organizations.
There's people I hurt.
And he says he heard personal stories from black people.
That honestly shook me.
And he also had a message for those defending him.
Please don't.
This nigga
I
don't
was
give a
wrong.
fuck,
It's
dog.
on
Who
me.
the fuck are you?
Take ownership for this.
You need
Not
that
fully
good
accept any penalties I'll
You
face.
ever tried this
Those
shit?
penalties have
dog?
included losing his radio airplay, his record label suspending him, and being dropped by his talent agency. Jason Nathanson, ABC News. Hollywood, your headlines are next.
680 News Time, 8:14.
Because I got caught
Can
being
you feel it?
stupid. Okay,
It's
well.
different than before.
Now, all of you heard on my video this asshole's name and voice.
All of us.
For what?
Because all of us is one of us.
Because he said
This is our
nigga.
team,
Thanks.
The Canadian team, the human team.
I didn't know who the
We
fuck he
all live
was when
here.
he did that, so why the
Buy
fuck
the
would I
toque,
care?
buy the mask, and change a life. Rise up and join the fight against homelessness. Show
Well,
your
nobody
support
said
at raisingtheroof.org.
allegedly.
Because
Is
this
it on a video? It's
is
on a
our
video.
house,
Okay.
and
Well,
we're
you telling
raising the
me it's
roof.
still allegedly, so I'm not going to look up the
Hey,
video.
it's Lisa Colas, General Manager of Willdale Nissan. And Nissan has good reason to celebrate the arrival of 2021. Whether it's J.D. Power recognition as the most awarded mass market brand, or maybe Rogue's sixth consecutive year as an IIHS top safety pick. Or perhaps Sentra, chosen as the best in-driver appeal among compact cars. Enjoy 0% finance rates on almost the entire lineup during the award season sales event at Willowdale Nissan, your GTA Nissan
I did not
headquarters.
segregate
Willowdale
the fruit by
Nissan.com.
colors as I was instructed to do.
Number one for breaking news.
Because this is a desegregated state, sir.
680 News.
A few clouds, -7,
Yeah, I
feeling
was
like
led to
-13 in
believe this was a
downtown
good
Toronto. Good evening, I'm
opportunity.
Scott Burnett.
And I'm Christy Ritchie. Here are the top stories this hour.
Traffic alert, all northbound collector lanes of the 427 still closed this hour at Rathburn for a fatal single vehicle crash at Abraham 5 this afternoon where a truck slammed into the concrete median.
No.
This closure is expected to be in place for much
No,
of
but
the
I want to
evening.
know what
Teachers
happens
unions not too
next
happy
to
with the
him.
idea of an April break. The education minister
April
announces that
break,
the March
yeah,
break
that's,
will be pushed to the week of April 12th. But ETFO President Sam Hammond says the move disregards any key advice from education stakeholders in the province and that this is a much-needed break for
Yeah,
teachers
but
and
you guys
students.
don't
And
come
the
to the
first case
table
of
with calls and then you get
COVID-19
mad
has
at
been
the food's
reported
gone.
in a
And
city-run
you
and long-term
set aside
care home.
portions
An
are bigger than
employee
everybody else in
at
it. Shut up.
Castleview Witchwood Tower near Christie and DuPont. No word yet on which variant, but officials say the person did not have direct contact with residents. Coming up after sports, the prosecution wrapping up its opening arguments in the impeachment trial of Donald Trump.
Because I know where I live. This is post-industrial
Sports from
waste.
Sports at 590 The Fan. Shirley.
The Raptors and Celtics are doing battle at TD Garden right now, and after a
Who am
slow
I supposed
start,
to blame
the
for the
Raptors have
taxpayer
gotten right
first?
back in it. Norm.
And the house was put here by the people that wanted to build out.
And he'll head to the line. Norm Powell has 7 points so far. Kyle Lowry has 10. Celtics are up 34-29 after the first quarter.
problem is I
You can listen to the
supposed
rest of
to
the game
joke
on
I was gonna
Sportsnet
make
and
20 minutes
Sportsnet
ago.
Now with Matt Devlin and Leo Routens. The
This
Raps
will
have
bother
also
me
announced
forever.
they will play the remainder of the regular season in Tampa as well due to ongoing restrictions at the Canadian border. It's a busy night in the
If these all
NHL as
dried up, I
well.
wouldn't
10
be able to
games
tell them
overall,
apart for
6 on the
six.
go right
Whatever
now.
these round
Islanders are up
ones are,
2-1
like
on the
food.
Penguins.
Wouldn't be able to
Games
tell them
overall,
apart for
6 on the
six.
go right
Whatever
now.
these round ones
Islanders are
are,
up
like
2-1 on the
food.
Penguins. Mark Feinsand is reporting the Red Sox are in agreement with utility outfielder Marwin Gonzalez, while Shane Sanders agreed to a multi-year deal with former Jays reliever Ken Giles. 590.
680 News Time, 8:17.
The long wait is over. Bayview Wellington Homes is back. Phase 2 of Alconish at Innisfil opens this February and is now accepting registrations. Located minutes away from Sparkling Lakes & Co. Choose from freehold townhomes starting from the upper 500s or 32,
sparkling water?
45,
Do you
and
mean
48
that it has those
single
bubbles?
detached homes starting from the upper 700s. All close to beaches, trails, parks, and shops.
From the Chesterfield shop, it looks like February 22nd is a day when our 5 great stores will be open once again. But I can tell you that every day new and exciting products are arriving in our
I'm sure.
warehouse
I'm
and
not
we're raring to
fucking
go.
up.
Visit
Like
our
all
updated
that
website
this
or email us for a
world will look.
virtual tour to see what will look great and comfortable in your home.
The Chesterfield shop, your leather superstar.
So Toronto and Ontario, let's stay safe and vigilant, and we hope to see you really soon. 680 News Time, 8:19.
Opening arguments from the prosecution have wrapped up with video and audio recording.